Reason why I take my time and don't shoot everything out there to you guys about different businesses that I'm involved with, because everything ain't for everybody. Because it's like this. If everybody claiming that I'm not that sharp and I'm not that smart, then why should I give you guys my business plan? Why should I reveal my business plan? Obvious, if I've been a multi-millionaire, oh man, he's broke. No. It's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that 80 and 90 that are still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your own people say, oh, he's broke. Listen, I got to where I got to focusing on Floyd Mayweather. That's how I got to becoming 50 and 0. Because my thing was always, I didn't care what nobody else was doing. I had to focus
After several days of silence, Floyd Mayweather has finally addressed the allegations of debt, financial crimes, and tax issues. He responded with a series of tweets, followed by an Instagram live session where he showed off his wealth and collection of wristwatches, while speaking directly to his fans about the controversy.
I made over $1 billion, about $10. By the time I was 40, then I made over, I think, 1.2 billion with no endorsement deals, independent. So it's obvious I got some type of remedy, or I know what I'm doing. So, but I don't want to reveal it to the world. I want everybody to think
set the record straight, he began, while displaying bundles of cash and several of his expensive wristwatches. The allegations of fraud against me are completely false and baseless.
I live on a daily basis. I just showed the 2 Rolls Royces, well, actually 3 cars that I bought. So I brought them out front, one of my houses. We like to call this house right here the Palace. As you can see, this right here is red.
You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year, over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive, back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
How do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money. I know they know the fight business.
Fans continued to comment, with one viewer, clearly irritated by his display of wealth, writing, "Just tell us if it's true or false. Just affirm or deny it. No need for boasting."
Warren Buffett, just in his 80s or 90s, can still make a ton of money. Bill Gates can still make computers. But soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions.
These allegations are nothing more than a vicious attempt to tarnish my image and ruin everything I've built. I've been transparent in all my dealings, and my records are there. I'm not just a boxer. I'm a businessman, and I've built a brand that represents hard work, determination, and excellence. I won't let unfounded claims destroy everything I've worked for.
It wasn't what you thought it was. You thought it was.
Through it and wasn't making as much as.
Yeah, they're claiming he was doing 100 million a fight, and I'm claiming for you he in his whole career has made about 100 million. There's a very.
Wow. I made 8.8 in one night.
Yeah.
And you're a great fighter, but I'm looking at Floyd, and I'm like, Floyd had this long career. I could imagine him making more than 100 million.
Floyd is a household name.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people say that. I understand. Floyd was not Muhammad Ali, and Floyd wasn't Mike Tyson.
Like
We took a walk. We was in New York. We was taking a walk. He said we was taking a walk. He said, "You see that building right there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "We own that. You see this building? We own it." So we was walking and walking. Then he said, a boxer makes money when he boxes. Football player makes money when he playing football. Basketball player makes money when he playing basketball. He said, but New York real estate, you make money when you sleep. Some of the biggest artists, you wouldn't even know. Because my name don't have to be on everything. I have to be the marquee. Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's going to be jealous. So I was like, I don't got to have my name on it to collect the check.
He then made an Instagram post featuring a news report that confirmed his ownership of the property, adding the caption, "It's unfortunate how quick they are to doubt you when you're not supposed to win in their eyes. They expect athletes to go broke, not build portfolios. They expect flash, not financial literacy. Well, I'm rewriting the script with my own money, my own mind, and my own moves. If that threatens you, that says more about you than me. More often than not, they'd rather question the legitimacy of your power moves than applaud your growth. Racism, envy, and tired stereotypes fuel the doubt. But I didn't fall to the status quo. I studied, I invested, and I'm building a legacy. Whether they like it or not, Respect the hustle instead of trying to
Try to
dissect
catch
it.
it, but it was this incredible moment where I saw Floyd, because I hear Floyd at $100 million. Like, man, let me tell you for sure. Fought Sean Bay Mitchell for $4 million. I was there when he got the paycheck. These numbers you're hearing just aren't. They're just not true.
Wow.
Wait, you don't think that Floyd got the 100?
No, it's simply not true. No, they
Don't you
even
think
had,
there's a different? I didn't
The
hear
Sean
about.
Bay fight is
No
such a
report has confirmed that he actually owns any of those properties, making it likely that he was paid as an ambassador to appear as if he owns the estate in order to attract buyers and renters as the developers prepare to sell them off. Still, the boxer, known for regularly flaunting his wealth, defended himself on social media Monday, claiming that his empire is rock solid and that the IRS simply wants a piece of the Money May show.
So, which is no state tax. So basically, all you have to do is give them that 33 and give them that 33%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. And I get the fact, like, all they're gonna do is waste my money anyway. But that's not the way you do it.
No, that is not allowed.
We saw other great Joe Louis.
He even allegedly faked a tax receipt, which he recently posted on social media in an attempt to deceive the public. Mayweather's nickname, Money, aptly reflects both his dominance in the boxing ring and his ability to generate immense wealth through fights and business ventures. However, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed on social media that he paid a staggering 8-figure sum in taxes over the
These
past year.
4 special timepieces right here, come as a package. Forbes just got a crazy story on the Hue collection. I need you guys to go check it out. Now, when I travel, I like to take 7 watches, 7 Audi and 4 watches. Now, I know in the past, it's talking about 30 watches, 40 watches, but now it's all about the Hue collection. These 3 watches, Audi and Co. Let's go.
Mayweather is regarded as one of the richest athletes in history, with his remarkable success in the ring earning him enormous fight purses and the nickname Money. Although retired from professional boxing, he has returned for a series of exhibition bouts while also owning multiple businesses and properties. Reports from December suggested that an agreement had been reached for a 2024 exhibition rematch with Manny Pacquiao, likely to take place in Japan, as the two prepare to reignite their rivalry later
be
this year.
proven, right? You just take the camera. You don't have to tell the camera. You don't have to tell the audience it's sold out. Just take the camera and show us if it's sold out. I mean, simple as doing that. Can I tell you one that's interesting? Floyd Mayweather, just before he came Floyd, he was Pretty Boy Floyd, in fact, at the time. The year was 2005, Portland, my hometown, and he fought Sean Bay Mitchell, who was a former world champion. So they fought.
Castle.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Good memory, by the way. Gooseman promoted that, and it was.
Mayweather, however, has made no effort to tone things down on social media, flaunting his earnings by posting a picture of his tax check alongside a typically brash caption. Just before I paid that light million and change for that little Super Bowl stuff, I had to pay the IRS, aka Uncle Sam, $18 million, he wrote on Instagram. This is what I owed in taxes while I'm retired, so just imagine what I was paying when I was active. As far back as 2017, following accusations of presenting fake documents, Mayweather told reporters he had already handled his taxes, saying, "I ain't worried about that. I just showed you all a $100 million check I didn't even cash, on stage," referring to his earnings from the Pacquiao fight.
$100 million check, $100 million check to the IRS. Yeah. Yeah, $100 million. Now, if someone in this camp introduced them to someone that knew the game and that could save them money, he would look at that as a, he would look at
Mayweather said, as his tax attorney did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It's unclear whether the IRS attempted to withhold any portion of Mayweather's purse from the McGregor fight, as the agency does not comment on individual cases. Nevada boxing regulators also did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Generally, the IRS freezes collection activity once a taxpayer contests a lien. According to Stephen A. Smith, Mayweather petitioned the D.C.-based U.S. tax court on April 13th to have his case heard in Las Vegas. The petition process typically follows a failure between the taxpayer and an IRS officer to agree on how a tax debt should be resolved, explained attorney Leighton Kohler of the Las Vegas office of Dickinson Wright, who is not involved in Mayweather.
But then he has security. Well, if it don't work, at least got the money to pay him off. So I think it's a low risk,
high reward for him. I think in that situation, people with money like
The appeals
Mayweather,
process may be giving Mayweather time to collect his millions from the August fight, presumably using the money to pay the Internal Revenue Service. Kyler, who previously worked as a senior revenue agent for the IRS, explained that tax judges only travel to Las Vegas once or twice a year, meaning taxpayers may have to wait 6 months to a year before their cases are heard. The lien for 2015 is just one of many tax liens the IRS has filed against Mayweather over the past decade. This cannot be said for many of his previous opponents, including the notorious Conor McGregor, who has not faced any issues with Ireland's tax authorities since that same year. Additionally, in the states where he has fought, McGregor is reported to be debt-free. As for Floyd Mayweather, two distinct eras are associated with the boxing legend: the Pretty Boy era and the Money Mayweather era.
I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, you make $230 million. They give you 2 checks. Check.
These two eras are vastly different in nearly every aspect. First, there's the boxing style that defined each period. The Pretty Boy era was marked by dominance, ferocity, and knockout punching power, while the Money Mayweather era was defined by boxing intelligence, immense skill, and a watertight defense. Another clear distinction was the vast difference in the money earned during both eras. Pretty Boy made decent money and was signed to Top Rank, but during the Money Mayweather era, the boxing legend earned hundreds of millions of dollars. As a result, Pretty Boy was law-abiding and fairly decent with his taxes, while Money Mayweather became known for falsifying tax documents and evading taxes. However, when discussing the exact period when his money-making spree began and his career truly took off, Floyd wasn't in the best position to tell the tale as Money Mayweather.